Hello dear students, welcome into the second lecture on chemical bond and reactivity. Myself, Mr. Mangesh Bale, I am working as an assistant professor at Gokhale Education Society's Arts, Commerce and Science College, Chawar. So, dear students, in the previous lecture, we have started types of chemical bonds. Okay, in that we have seen first chemical bond, that is ionic bond or electrovalent bond. Okay, in detail, first of all, what is meant by chemical bond? The definition we have seen in previous lecture. What is that? It is the attractive forces which holds the atom together in a molecule, which is called as what? Chemical bond. And what is ionic bond? The electrostatic forces of attraction between the oppositely charged ions are called ionic bond or electrovalent bond. This part we have actually seen in previous lecture. Now, in this video lecture, we are going to see covalent bond, coordinate bond, and last metallic bond. Okay, in detail. Now, first will be the covalent bond. This covalent bond, told by the Lewis scientist, but he or she gave the three examples while explaining this covalent bond. First, a covalent bond is formed when two atoms attain stability by the sharing of an electron pair, each contributing one electron to the electron pair A. Covalent bond is represented by a single line. For example, formation of chlorine molecule can be shown with Lewis electron dot structure as. See the electron dot structure of Cl2 molecule formation. First of all, this covalent bond will be denoted by single line. See last, that is Cl dash Cl, that will be the covalent bond. And see each chlorine having total how much electron? 7 electrons around it. Okay, but in that case total 6 electron are in pair, that is total 3 pairs, and one will be the unpaired. When that two unpaired electron of each chlorine combine with each other, then the formation of what? Cl2 molecule will be takes place. Okay, each chlorine atom contributes one electron, that is in all two electrons one electron pair are shared by the two chlorine atoms and form a covalent bond, which is denoted by single line. See the at the end. In the process, stable chlorine molecule is formed as each chlorine atom has attained octet, that is stable configuration in the outermost shell. Now we will see the example F2 molecule formation. In this case, see this fluorine contains again 7 electron. This fluorine also contains 7 valence electron. In that case, 2 electron will be combined of each and formation of F2 molecule, which is denoted by F dash F, that is covalent bond will be denoted by what? Single line, that is formation of F2 molecule. In homonuclear molecules like Cl2 and molecules, the electron pair is shared equally by both the atoms. Such covalent bond formed between two atoms of the same element are called non-polar covalent bonds. When the two electrons of different atoms, just we have seen homonuclear molecule, right? Now we will see hetero, that is heteronuclear molecule are like by covalent bonds, then the electrons are not shared equally. For example, in hydrochloric molecule HCl molecule, the electron pair is displaced more towards the electronegative chlorine atom. Hence, the electron sharing is unequal and such a covalent bond is called polar covalent bond. See the example here is in the HCl molecule, hydrogen having 1 electron and this chlorine having total 7 electron. But 3 pairs are there and one will be the unpaired. When this unpaired electron and this hydrogen unpaired electron combine with each other, there will be formation of what? HCl molecule. Okay, this is the second example. Third one, single and multiple bonding. When only one electron pair is shared between the two atoms, single covalent bond is formed between the two atoms. In some molecules, more than two electrons are shared between the atoms, forming multiple bonds. When four electrons, that is two electron pair, are shared between two atoms, the bond is called double bond. See, that means suppose two different molecule is there and both sharing two electron pair, then there will be formation of what? Double bond in between the molecule. When three pairs of electrons are shared, it is called triple bond. Double and triple covalent bonds are collectively called multiple covalent bonds. For example, in ethylene molecule, two electron pairs are shared between the carbon atoms, resulting in a double bond. Its structure can be represented with Lewis electron dot structure as. See the structure. In this ethylene molecule, this is two electron pair. This one for this carbon and this one for this carbon. Okay, that means two electron pair are collectively shared with each other. Okay, and then there will be formation of what? Double bond, or can say covalent bond. Okay, this is the example of the ethylene molecule. In acetylene and nitrogen molecule, three electron pair are shared forming a triple bond. See, in this case, this N having total 5 electrons and this nitrogen also having 5 electrons. But in that case, three electrons are shared with each other and formation of N triple bond N. Okay, that means here there will be formation of triple bond in between this nitrogen molecule. Covalency of an element is the number of electrons which an atom contributes for sharing in a formation of covalent bond with the neighboring atoms. Carbon atoms can contribute all four valence electrons for forming covalent bond. Therefore, covalency of carbon is what? 4. Or you can say valency of carbon is what? 4. Similarly, covalence of hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen atoms is 1, 2 and 3 respectively. Now we will see conditions required for the formation of covalent bond. That means when the covalent bond will be formed in between the molecule, what are the conditions that we are going to see now. First, two electrons are required to form a bond, minimum two electrons. Okay, the sharing of one electron is only necessary for covalent bond formation between the two atoms. A covalent bond will be formed when it is impossible for an ionic bond to be formed. There must be a maximum of 8 electrons in the valence shell for the majority of molecules. This is the octet rule suggested by Lewis. the total number of bond pairs and unshared pairs, lone pairs must be equal to 4. Fourth, bond will be formed in such a way that repulsion between electrons is minimized. And last one, the resultant molecule after bond formation will have the lowest overall energy. So this is about the conditions while forming the covalent bond. Now third number will be the coordinate bond. Just we have completed two, that is ionic bond or electrovalent bond, and second covalent bond. Now third number will be the coordinate bond. A covalent bond may be form one of the two bonded atoms providing both the electrons. In such a case, the bond is called coordinate bond or dative covalent bond or dative bond. These are the different names of the coordinate bond. That is coordinate bond, dative bond or dative covalent bond. Coordinate bond is similar to covalent bond and they are indistinguishable. The atoms providing the two electrons to form the dative bond is called the donor, and the atom sharing the pair of electrons with the donor is called acceptor. The donor should have non-bonded pair of electrons called the lone pair. A coordinate bond is usually represented by an arrow. See, in between the covalent bond and coordinate bond there is a difference, slightly different. Actually, they are indistinguishable. Covalent bond will be denoted by single line, but this coordinate bond denoted by arrow. Okay, this is the arrow. Okay, the arrow is pointed from donor to the acceptor. Suppose donor giving the electron to the acceptor, then the arrow should be pointed to the acceptor. Now we will see the example. For example, formation of coordinate bond between NH3 molecule and H plus can be represented as. Okay, suppose this ammonia molecule C, NH3 molecule is there plus H plus. Okay, in this case, this nitrogen having total 5 electrons. In that, 3 electron will be used to formation of this NH bond and 2 will be remaining. At that time, what will happen? When the electrons of this nitrogen will be donated to this hydrogen, then there will be formation of what? NH4 plus molecule. Okay. At that time, 2 electrons of nitrogen will be given to the hydrogen, so that's why the arrow should be pointed towards this H, and then there will be formation of what? NH4 plus molecule. In ammonia molecule, there is 8 electrons atom. The molecule is stable. However, there is a pair of non-bonded electrons, that is lone pair with n atom, nitrogen atom. If a proton H plus approaches NH3, then nitrogen in ammonia can donate this lone pair of electrons and form a dative bond with H plus, resulting in the formation of NH4 molecule. Next example. Similarly, the formation of stable NH3 BCl3 involving dative bond can be represented as. See, in NH3, just we have seen, this nitrogen contains 5 electron. In that 3 electron will be used to formation of this NH3 NH bonds, right? One electron pair is remaining. This BCl3 having total 3 valence electron, but each electron will be used to formation of this BCl3 molecule. Okay, so in this case what will happen? The two lone pair consist of this nitrogen that will be directly give to this boron atom and formation of what? Dative bond. Okay, that means formation of stable NH3BCl3 molecule. Okay, see the simple example. Now we will see difference between ionic bond and covalent bond. Ionic bond, the electrostatic forces of attraction between the oppositely charged ions are called ionic bond. In a ionic bond, formation of complete transfer of electron from electropositive element to electronegative element takes place. See the examples. In NaCl, sodium having 1 electron and chlorine having total 7 valence electron. In that case, nitrogen giving or sharing the electron to this chlorine and formation of what? NaCl molecule. But in covalent bond, when it will form, the two atoms attain stability by sharing of an electron pair, each contributing 1 electron to the electron pair. In this way, the covalent bond will be formed. In this case, this S2 molecule H plus H will be formation of H2 molecule in this case. Remaining difference, see third number, ionic bond is simple force of attraction between oppositely charged ions, therefore it is non-rigid and non-directional. The electrostatic fields of ionic extend in all directions. They are incapable of exhibiting any types of space isomerism. Covalent bond is rigid and directional. It offers opportunity for different spatial arrangement and stereoisomers of molecules. Compound involving ionic or electrocovalent bond are called ionic or electrocovalent bond. They are hard crystalline solid with high melting and boiling point. Covalently bonded compound are volatile solid, liquid or gases have low melting point and boiling point. Remaining you can read into the notes. Now we will see fourth number, that is metallic bond. First we will see the definition. Metallic bond can be defined as the force of attraction between metallic atoms and the mobile electrons, and this force holds the metal atom firmly together in metallic crystals. That will be the what? Metallic bond. Metals consist of positive ions packed together in one of the geometrical arrangements, namely face center cubic close packed, hexagonal close packed, or body center cubic arrangement. Negatively charged electrons hold the positive ions together and positive and negative charges are balanced. According to electron cloud theory, metallic bond is electrostatic forces of attraction between oppositely charged metal ions embedded in a sea of negatively charged mobile electrons as shown in figure. See, suppose we have considered a solution. In that solution, we have taken the suppose sodium chloride as an solution. Okay, it is the solution. In this, M stands for what? Here sodium, here it consists of a positive charge, that is Na plus, and minus for Cl. In that case, the metallic bond will be formed in between this M plus and minus charge. Okay, sorry. Example of metals are here magnesium, copper, bismuth, ferrous, orium. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Metals are opaque and have metallic cluster. They are malleable and ductile. Thermal conductivity of metals can be explained on the basis of mobile electrons present the metallic present in metallic lattice. So when one end of metal is heated, the mobile electrons absorb heat energy from this end and move very rapidly through metallic lattice towards the cooler end. Okay, so here we have completed all different types of covalent bond. In that we have seen, sorry, chemical bonds. In that we have seen first ionic bond, second covalent bond, third coordinate bond, and last one metallic bond. Into the next lecture we are going to start Lewis electron dot structure. Okay, thank you.